Here's Moore, thought about a three. Into the near corner, now back up top for Angelov. Jackson, again, thought about a three from the corner, circles back up top. Checked by Sweeney up there. Moore, right wing. It's guarded by Muhammad. Here's Jackson to the baseline, contact. And he'll go to the free throw line. So a long possession there for the Caper Tigers. Pays off with a trip to the charity stripe here for Ronnie Jackson. Again, an outstanding start to the season for Lower Cape May. Of course, tremendous year last season, advancing all the way to the South Jersey Group 2 final before eventually losing on the road against eventual state champion Haddonfield. Jackson hits the first. He has 5. Second is also good. 13-7, coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter in Irma. Sweeney posting up down low, power dribble. His shot rattles out, taken down by Moore. He wants to run for lower. Now he holds up. Again, head coach Scott Holden calling out the play. Moore behind the back dribble, pull up, hits the deck, offensive rebound from Lugo. That one rims out. And it's a steal by Angelov. His 3 ball is good. Martin Angelov, just a sophomore. Big-time scorer his freshman year. Also a big-time scorer this year. He's the leading scorer for the Caper Tigers. Has 6 tonight. Here's Dodd, left wing. Dribbles, penetrates, tied up there by Moore. But we have a foul first. And that one going against Angelov. First substitution into the game now. It's Ethan Dodd checking in for EHT. Ethan Dodd stepped on the end line. Make that the sideline either way, though. Out of bounds and a turnover going right back to Lower Cape May. So EHT was able to cut into the deficit. Lower Cape May has since built the advantage back up at 16-7, approaching 2 minutes to go, opening quarter. Angelov to Jackson. Ronnie Jackson will set it up top. A cutting Moore. Pump fake in the lane, and he gets it to go down. First points of the game for the senior, Pat Moore. And a foul on the floor is called here. That one going against Ronnie Jackson. And Pat Moore will take a break now. First sub of the game in for Lower Cape May. That's Jordan Pierce into the lineup for the first time. EHT basketball. Ethan Dodd in the corner. Up top to Michael Dodd. Left-hand dribble. Little push off, no call. Dodd, again outside the arc, dips in. Lays it off to Sweeney. Contact down there. And Lower Cape May comes up with it. Here's Jackson. Check there by Walsh. Gets it over to Pierce. Back to Jackson. Finds a lane. Contact down low. Back to Pierce. Bank shot no good. Rebound Lower Cape May twice. Still a battle for it. Ethan Dodd coming out of there for EHT, and he's fouled. So the Caper Tigers with 1, 2, 3 opportunities there. But Lower Cape May can't find the bucket. The EHT basketball. That's already 5 fouls here in the opening quarter for Lower Cape May. Caper Tigers do have an 18-7 lead, 1:11 to go in the first. Michael Dodd into Sweeney in the lane, power dribble to the corner. That's Angel. Check that. That's J.J. German for 3. Can't get it to go down. Angelov off balance, floater, left rim no good, tipped by EHT, and the Silver Eagles can't corral it. So that was J.J. German off the mark at the other end. And now it'll be Lower Cape May basketball as Pat Morgan for Lower Cape May. Galt gives way into Angelov. Under a minute to go here, 18-7, his team on top. Over to Jackson. Capers running through the offense here. This is Pierce to Candelaria. To Jackson. Lower K-May possibly holding for one here. Now 20 seconds to go, opening quarter. Pat Moore to reset. Over to Angelov. 15 to go. Checked by German. 10 to go. There goes Angelov. Jackson dips in. Jackson hangs off the rim. Tip no good. Rebound comes down to Sweeney. And that's how the first quarter will come to an end. So after one, the hometown Lower K-May Camper Tigers on top of Egg Harbor Township by a score of 18-7. So here we go for the start of the second quarter here in Irma. Again, Lower K-May on top, 18-7 in this Cape Atlantic League crossover game, the Ulmer's Appliance Service game of the night. Mike Frankel, Matt Ulmer with you. Again, a nice crowd on hand here for a Monday night in Irma. And Lower K-May possession to start the second. Here's Jackson, hands off to Angelov. Now to Moore. EHT's man-to-man defense. Up top to Angelov. Lower K-May to reset here. Angelov over to Jackson. Ronnie Jackson circles back to the top. Angelov, three on the way. Rattles in. Such a deadly shooter, Martin Angelov. He has 9. And Lower K-May up by a couple of touchdowns now, 21-7. Skip pass, near side for Isaiah Walsh. Top of the key for Ethan Dodd, and he traveled. So 2 Dodds on the floor for EHT. That's Ethan Dodd and Michael Dodd. Jordan Sweeney also out there. Senior, Rutgers baseball commit. As now Ethan Dodd takes a seat on the bench. J.J. German on the floor. Raheem Muhammad also on the floor for EHT. Angelov, Lugo, Jackson, Galt, and Moore for Lower. Here's Galt, runner won't go, gets his own rebound. Second shot does go. 4 points on the night for Tom Galt. Cameron Bell not happy there on the HT sideline. He'll be happy about this though, as Jordan Sweeney and one down low off the feed from Michael Dodd. So senior to senior there. Sweeney now has 5 points in the game. He'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Sweeney, EHT's leading scorer so far. Again, 5 points, looking for 6. Angelov leading the way for Lower. He has 9. Free throw goes down. Gives Sweeney the 6. EHT in double digits. Still down, though, by 13. 23-10. 6:40 to go, second quarter here in Irma. Jackson down low for Moore. Double team down there. Picks up his dribble. Back out to Jackson. Over to Angelov, curling to the elbow, now pulls it back out. Moore with the curl into the lane. Shot is up, and it won't go. Battle for the rebound, and that foul will go against Isaiah Lugo. So it'll be Egg Harbor Township basketball here. Dave Durham into the game for the first time now for Lower K-May. So he replaces Isaiah Lugo. 16 fouls for Lower. The next one, EHT will be shooting 1-and-1. Here's Michael Dodd. Into the corner now. 3-ball on the way from German. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound on this end, and that one will go against DHT. Sweeney picks up the foul, his second of the night. So a little bit of foul trouble there with 6+ to go here in the second quarter. Jackson to bring it across for Lower Cape May. Left-hand dribble behind the back. Up top, that's Galt, right wing. Angelov. Now they swing it to the left, Lower Cape May does, to Pat Moore. Guarded closely by Raheem Muhammad. Moore. Slapped away by Muhammad. Here comes DHT on the run. Contact, no call, but Isaiah Walsh gets 2. First points of the game for Isaiah Walsh. And that makes it a 23-12 ball game. Jackson up top to Durham. To Pat Moore. Drives baseline. Shot is short, but Pat Moore was fouled on the play, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. 5:20 to go, second quarter. Pat Moore and the Caper Tigers on top of Egg Harbor Township, 23-12. So the first of 2 here from Moore. First one rattles out. Pat Moore, Martin Angelov, 2 returning starters from last year's team that, of course, as we mentioned, had a great playoff run, eventually losing to Haddonfield in the South Jersey title game. Moore's second one goes down. Give him 3. Lower Cape May doubling up EHT, 24-12. And he stepped on the end line there. That was J.J. German trying to go baseline. Got a little too deep, and he stepped out of bounds. More subs trying to come in here for Egg Harbor Township. And the officials will allow him in. It's Keon Cochran into the game for the first time for Egg Harbor Township. Angel Candelaria back in for the Capers. Tom Galt takes a seat. Inbounds to Angelov. Martin Angelov across the timeline for Lower Cape May. Breaks his man down off the dribble. Pull-off jumper is pure. So Angelov takes advantage of the new player checking in for Egg Harbor Township. He's now in double digits with 11. EHT works it around. Here's Walsh taken away. Angelov on the run. Behind the back. And wild layup attempt, but he was fouled on the way up. And Martin Angelov will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Leading scorer tonight, already 11 points. Only player in double figures for either team. So the first of 2 here from Martin Angelov. First one, nothing but net. Again, just a sophomore, but already one of the top players in Cape May County, if not all of the Cape Atlantic League. Second one also good. 28-12, all Lower Cape May here in the second quarter. 3-ball on the way from Walsh. Deep one, short. Michael Dodd with the rebound and the putback. Dodd with 4 points. Here comes Angelov for the Capers. About halfway through this second quarter, 28-14, Lower Cape May on top. Angelov thought about a deep 3. To his left, to the corner for Jackson. Jackson behind the back. Up top to Candelaria. Over to Moore, right wing. A cutting Angelov, he'll reset. Angelov into the lane, kicks it back up top. Candelaria. Now they swing it over to Brewer. Check that, Ronnie Jackson, excuse me. Jackson drives, hangs, can't get it to go down. Still fighting for the basketball, and Lower Cape May comes up with it. Jackson to reset here for the Capers one more time. Here's Dave Durham, right wing. Jackson, cut off there. Cut off by Cochran of EHT. Now over to Moore. Moore, off the bank, no good. And the rebound comes down to Egg Harbor Township. Dodd hard to the bucket. And he will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Defensive rebound pulled down by Jake Westgate, who's now into the game for Egg Harbor Township as well. Cameron Bell going a little deeper into his bench early on here with a big deficit. Dodd gets the first one to go. He's 5 points tonight. He and Sweeney leading the way. Sweeney with 6. Second shot is also good. Makes it a 12-point ball game. Lower K-May still in control with the basketball. Up 28-16, 3 minutes to go in the opening half. Angelov into the corner for Jackson. He'll reset up top. Over to Candelaria. Circles to the middle. Moore up top to Jackson, left wing. Goes baseline, and a foul on the floor there, as that one will go against Keon Cochran. 6th team foul against Egg Harbor Township. So the next foul for both teams will result in a 1-on-1 situation. Ethan Dodd back in as Cochran gives way. Sweeney also trying to check back in. And the officials will allow him to do so as he checks in for Jake Westgate. Lower Cape May basketball, 2:43 to go here in the second quarter on the Ulmer's Appliance Service game of the night. Moore, that ball is tipped away, battle for it, and it comes down to EHT. Here's Muhammad. Over to Walsh, and he gets it 2. Gets it to go. Isaiah Walsh with 2, give him 4 for the game. And the deficit is down to 10 for Egg Harbor Township. Here's Angela for Lower Cape May. Over to Pat Moore. Up top to Dave Durham. Now over to Tom Galt on the right wing. Angelov curling, shooting, short. Rebound down to Sweeney for Egg Harbor Township. To Ethan Dodd. To Mike Dodd. 3-ball on the way. And that one is good. So Egg Harbor Township has come alive here as Isaiah Walsh hits the deck hard but pops up. And we actually have a foul called on the play as well, so let's see. Waiting to sort this out here. Do they count the basket is the question. All right, so the basket does count. So count the 3 for Mike Dodd. And there's also a foul on the play. So we'll get that sorted out when we come out of the timeout. But for now, Scott Holden calling that timeout, as they have yet to put that 3 back up on the board, but all of a sudden, it's a 7-point game. 28-21 is the score. And Egg Harbor Township going on a run here, trying to battle back before halftime. Points finally put up on the board. Egg Harbor Township fans thankful for that. And let's see who the foul was on. The end of the play there went against Lower Cape May. So potential for a 5-point play here as Mike Dodd hit the 3. And now 2 free throws on the way. Make it a 1-and-1 for Walsh. First one is good. Walsh has 5. Second free throw on the way. And that one is good. So a 5-point possession for Egg Harbor Township. And just like that, it's a 5-point ball game. Lower Cape May on top, 28-23. 2 minutes to go here in the opening half. Jackson with the basketball for the Capers. Over to Angelov. Lower setting up the offense. Guarded out there by Muhammad. Gets it over to Jackson, left wing. Guarded by Ethan Dodd. Turns. Probing. Jackson still on the dribble. Finds Galt in the lane. His shot is short. Rebound taken down by the Silver Eagles. Here's Mike Dodd with the basketball. Dips into the lane. Ethan Dodd, corner 3. is off the mark. And the rebound taken down by Lower Cape May. That was Dave Durham. Here's Ronnie Jackson, 1:20 to go, opening half. Picks up his dribble in the lane. Here's a mid-range jumper on the way from Durham. First 2 points of the game for Dave Durham, and the lead back up to 7. Walsh thought about a three, dips in, contact, no call. Here comes Jackson the other way for the Capers. Angelov now. His three is on the way. Nothing but net. Martin Angelov does not need a lot of space. Pulls up in transition, gets it to go. And the lead for the Capers is back to 10. And we have a traveling violation going against the Eagles here. Steps called on Raheem Muhammad. So the lead back to 10 for Lower Cape May, and we'll see if the Capers try to hold for one here. 43.2 seconds to go before halftime. Ulmer's Apply and Service game of the night. Mike Frankel, Matt Ulmer with you here in Irma for this Cape Atlantic League crossover game. Both of these teams off to good starts this year. Again, Lower coming in at 7-1. Egg Harbor Township 6-4. Never too early to be thinking about spots, trying to improve your position for the Cape Atlantic League tournament. Jackson, spin in the lane, and gets it to go. Nice play there from Ronnie Jackson, as Lower Cape May almost lulling Egg Harbor Township to sleep. The Silver Eagles thinking they might hold for the final shot, but Ronnie Jackson with the and one situation, and he goes to the line to try and complete a three-point play. Free throws off the mark. Here comes EHT. Stolen away by Angelov. Angelov, three ball. Can't get it to fall. Battle for the rebound down low to Sweeney. Up ahead to Walsh. Walsh, and he misses the dunk. Rebound there by Ethan Dodd, blocked away by Candelaria, and that's how the half comes to an end. So after 16 minutes of basketball here in Irma, it's Lower Cape May on top of Egg Harbor Township, 35-23. We back for second half action, get you some scoring totals, some scoring updates before we start the third quarter in about 10 minutes here on the Ulmer's Apply and Service game of the night. All right, getting set for the second half here in Irma. Lower Cape May on top of Egg Harbor Township, 35-23 in the Ulmer's Appliance Service game of the night. Mike Frankel, Matt Ulmer with you. Some first half scoring totals. First for Lower Cape May, Martin Angelov leading the way with 16 points. Ronnie Jackson chipping in with 8. Tom Galt has 4. Pat Moore with 3. Dave Durham with 2. And Isaiah Lugo with 2. For Egg Harbor Township, Michael Dodd leading the charge with 9 points. Jordan Sweeney has 6. Isaiah Walsh with 6. And Raheem Muhammad with 2. EHT basketball to begin the second half here. Down by 12. Here's Muhammad. Over to German. Back to Muhammad, top of the key. Near side to Walsh. And now here's Mike Dodd. Sweeney high post. Turns around, drives, kicks. 3 ball on the way from the corner is long. That one by German off the mark. Pat Moore down with the rebound for Lower Cape May. And Jackson will hold as head coach Scott Holden calls out the set. Isaiah Lugo started the game, starting the second half as well. Here's Galt, right wing. Top of the key. Jackson thought about a 3. Now drives. Angelov on the move. He'll circle back to the top. Guarded by German. Near 5-second call, but Angelov able to shake him. Pat Moore. Angelov. Again, Lower Cape May. Very deliberate at times tonight. Caper's not forcing anything as they'll reset again. Pat Moore. Over to Galt. Hands off to Ronnie Jackson. He'll reset once more, near mid-court. Now to his right, in the lane. The ball's tipped, a near steal, but J.J. German can't come up with it. So a tough break there from German. Basketball will stay with Lower Cape May. Still no scoring, a minute and a half into the third quarter. Ronnie Jackson over to Tom Galt. Angelov pops open. Now double teamed. He'll reset. Guarded by Dodd. Over to Lugo. Top of the key for Galt. Left hand dribble. Tom Galt tripped. Hits the ground hard. Comes up grabbing his face. Lower Cape May faithful wanting a foul called there. But the ball goes out of bounds. A turnover. EHT basketball. Walsh thought about a deep 3. Back to Muhammad. Now Dodd, Sweeney. Double teamed in the post. To German. And he stepped on the sideline there right in front of head coach Cameron Bell. Again, a nice crowd on hand here tonight in Irma to watch the Lower Cape May take on EHT. Over 2 minutes into the third quarter, still no scoring in the second half. We're still at 35-23. Angelov almost trips. Over to Jackson. Behind the back, into the lane. Looking for more. Corralled by Lugo. Holden trying to call timeout, but his team really never had the basketball. It rolls out of bounds as he's fired up about it. And here's EHT. Mike Dodd. Near side here for Isaiah Walsh. Back to Dodd. Able to corral it. Cut off by Angelov. Back to German. And timeout. As Cameron Bell wants to talk things over for Egg Harbor Township. Again, no scoring, almost 3 minutes into this third quarter. Lower Cape May still on top, 35-23. So we're set to go again. 30-second timeout there, called by Cameron Bell, setting something up for his Silver Eagles. Here's Dodd out of the timeout. Over to German, right in front of the HT bench. Down low to Sweeney. Cut off down there by Galt. Dodd, top of the key, 3-ball on the way, and he gets it to go down. 12 points now in the game for Mike Dodd, and EHT cuts it to single digits, the deficit. Now 35-26, 9-point game here. More than 3 minutes into the third. Angelov, pull up, that's a 2. Front rim no good. Rebound ripped down by EHT, that's Walsh. Quickly across the timeline. Walsh, Dodd. Thought about a deep 3. German now into the corner. Trying to find Sweeney in there. They do get it to him. Sweeney, power dribble. It's blocked by Moore. Here comes Angelov. Angelov finds an open teammate, and that's Jordan Pierce, who had checked into the game during the timeout. First 2 of the night for Jordan Pierce. 37-26, lower. Sweeney spins, falls, gets it to go, and they count it. So an and one situation here for Jordan Sweeney. And he'll go to the line to try and complete the 3-point play. Ron Jackson back into the game as Pat Moore gets a breather. Deficit back to 9 for EHT. Sweeney trying to cut it to 8. Free throw, rolls off. Rebound taken down there by Pierce. And that'll be Jackson with the basketball. Jackson guarded closely by Muhammad. Crossover dribble into the lane. Bounces down low to Galt, and he's fouled on the way up. Sweeney can't believe it, but Tom Galt will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Three fouls now on Jordan Sweeney. Again, something to keep an eye on there. He's the man in the middle for EHT. So it'll be Galt at the stripe, 4 points tonight. First shot falls out. So another coming for Galt. Second shot falls in. Dave Durham back into the game. Jordan Pierce, good minutes off the bench there. And the lead is 10. Halfway through the third quarter, Lower Cape May on top 38-28. Here's Dodd, far corner. Backs it out. Up top to Muhammad, circles to the middle. Now Walsh, back to the middle. From the foul line, his jumper, back of the iron. Comes down to Jackson. Ron Jackson to Angelov. Spins to the bucket and won't go down for him. Rebound taken down by Lower Cape May. And Dave Durham is fouled on the way back up to the hoop. So good position in the lane there for the offensive board from Dave Durham. And he will shoot a pair. Jake Westgate getting set to check back in after the first free throw for EHT. That's the 4th foul, by the way, of the game for Westgate as they make Sweeney come back onto the floor just for a moment before he gives way between shots here. So foul trouble for the Silver Eagles. Senior Jordan Sweeney has 4. He'll head to the bench. Durham's first shot is short. And now Westgate allowed to come in. Another free throw coming here for Dave Durham. Second one is long. Rebound to EHT. Muhammad wants to run. Stripped away from behind by Lugo, but Muhammad gets it back to Walsh. EHT will set up. German, far corner. Up top, Muhammad. 3-ball on the way from Walsh, and that one goes down. Isaiah Walsh with 9 points on the night, and it's a 7-point game. Here's Angelov as the Capers look for an answer here. Galt, top of the key. To Angelov, 3-ball on the way. Short, air ball. Jackson with the rebound, but he stepped out of bounds. He says he was pushed. But it'll be Egg Harbor Township basketball. Ethan Dodd back into the game for EHT. So 2 Dodds on the floor plus Muhammad and Walsh and German for Egg Harbor Township. They have the ball. Down 7. Mike Dodd. Over to Muhammad. Far corner, Walsh. Circles back to the wing. Another 3 on the way from Walsh, and that one is good. So back-to-back threes from Isaiah Walsh. He now has 12, and it's a 4-point game. Here's Jackson. Lower could use a bucket here. But first, a timeout. So Scott Holden calls timeout. His team's lead is down to 4, 38-34, 2:25 to go here. As Lower K-May hanging on to the lead against Egg Harbor Township. Other action in the Cape Atlantic League tonight. We know Millville was a winner over St. Joseph. First loss of the season for the Wildcats. Lower K-May gets it in. Now here's Pat Moore to Angelov. To Jackson, right wing. Top to Lugo. Angelov curling off a screen. He'll reset. Approaching 2 minutes to go here in the third. Lower K-May's lead down to 4. Pull-up jumper Angelov off the mark. Galt with the rebound. Back up. That one won't go. Rebound to the Silver Eagles. Here comes German. Over to Walsh. Walsh drives baseline, hangs. Mike Dodd, corner 3. Way off the mark. Here comes Jackson. Cut off there by German. Spins away. Nice pass to Galt. Contact. Can't get it to go, but a good look there as Ronnie Jackson finding Tom Galt rolling to the bucket. And Galt will go back to the free throw line to shoot 2. Lower Cape-May just with 3 points in the quarter so far. Again, they were up 12 at the break. Just 3 points in the quarter. As Galt misses the first. So the Caper Tigers have gone cold a bit here in the second half. EHT right back in this thing. Second free throw goes down there. Galt now has 6. 39-34, 1:35 to go, third quarter. Here's Walsh. Over to Muhammad, left wing. Skip pass, Walsh dips in. Hangs, contact, no call. Rebound ripped down there by Lower K-May. That's Dave Durham, and he's able to draw the foul in the process. 4th team foul of the half for EHT. Lower K-May just with 1. As Pat Moore checks back in, and Durham heads to the bench. Looks like EHT will try to get a sub in as well. Westgate checking back in for Ethan Dodd. So EHT setting up some full court pressure now. Baseball pass to Angelov. Chases it down, loses it. Tries to save it, and a steal. So a turnover. Here's German. Mike Dodd looking for Westgate down low, and it was tipped away by Lower. 1:08 to go. EHT down 5 with the ball. German to trigger. Gets it into Walsh. Double team to the corner. Drives baseline. German. Baseline again. Up top. Muhammad. And the layup is good. Muhammad now has 4. Angela back the other way. And they're going to say no foul on that play as Angelov looks at his arm, which stings, he's saying. EHT with the ball, turnover against the Capers. So everything going the way of EHT here in the third. They can tie it on this possession, the Silver Eagles can. Under a minute to go. Mike Dodd, left-hand dribble. All the way in, lays it in. Dodd has 14. It's a 1-point game. Here's Angelov. Across the division line. Around a screen. Checked closely by Ethan Dodd. Jackson to Moore. That's a long two. Short. Battle for the rebound. Still fighting for it. EHT comes up with it. 10 seconds to go. Here's Mike Dodd. Silver Eagles have to hurry. 5 to go. Muhammad, corner. Walsh for the tie. Off the mark. Check that. That would have been for the lead. But either way, a big quarter there from Egg Harbor Township. Silver Eagles down 12 at the half. And they cut the deficit to 1. 39-38. Lower K-May on top as we head to the fourth. So we get set for the fourth quarter here in Irma. The Ulmer's Appliance Service game of the night. Mike Frankel with you with half a voice tonight. Thanks for bearing with me. Long but fun weekend over at the Seagull Classic. Doing the best I can for you tonight. Inbound to Angelov. He's fouled on the way to the bucket intentionally. So a big call there to start the fourth. Intentional foul is the call. So it'll be 2 free throws for Angelov and the basketball for Lower Cape May. So EHT doing all that work to climb right back into this thing to close out the third. And just not a smart play there by the Silver Eagles to open the fourth. Angelov hits the first. He now has 17 on the night. Second one also good. Nothing but net for both. So 2 shots and now the ball for Lower Cape May as Caper's lead is up to 3. Here's Moore. Looking for Galt, taken away. Almost lost by EHT, but here's German. Outside to Walsh. Cross court. Dodd. Sweeney still on the bench with the 4 fouls for EHT. Walsh out to Westgate. Up top to German. Dips in. Pass saved there by Muhammad. Walsh, deep 3 on the way. Off the rim. Rebound ripped down by Lower. That's Jackson. Ridden there by Muhammad. All the way across the division line, and that's a foul. 6th foul of the half on EHT. Next one, Lower Cape May will be shooting 1-1. Just 1 team foul against the Caper Tigers so far this half. Jackson in the backcourt. Crosses the line. Picks up his dribble. Angelov. Guarded there by German. Pat Moore in the lane. Galt with the jumper, and that's way long. Down to Muhammad for EHT. About a minute going by here in the fourth. Dodd floats and hits. 16 now on the night for Michael Dodd. And we're back to a 1-point game. Angelov quickly the other way to Galt. Can't get it to go. Hits the ground hard again. No call. EHT a chance to take the lead. Their first of the night it would be. And now a turnover. Here comes Moore. Ahead to Angelov. His open 3 is good. And a timeout called here by Scott Holden after his team makes a 3. So a little bit of breathing room again for Lower Cape May. Not much though. Caper Tigers on top 44-40. Some other scores to pass along in the Cape Atlantic League tonight. We mentioned Millville, a winner over St. Joe. Final score there, 54-49. Vineland also a winner over Oakcrest, 58-42. So here we go. EHT with the basketball. Down by 4. Here's Mike Dodd. Checked by Moore. Muhammad over to Ethan Dodd. Back up top to Muhammad. And now back to Mike. Left wing. And the Eagles will reset. Dodd with the basketball. Over to his brother Ethan Dodd. 3. Short. Rebound taken down by EHT. And EHT wanted a jump ball. John Rodeo has the call. He says travel. So a traveling violation against the Silver Eagles. Cameron Bell cannot believe it. But it's a turnover. So Lower Cape May holding 4 with the ball. Angelov gets it across the timeline. Angelov still with the dribble. Hangs off the glass. And that shot is a bit long, and we're going the other way. Looks like they're going to get Jackson on that. Check that. They're going to get Pierce his first foul of the night. EHT with the basketball, down by 4. Ethan Dodd, corner 3 is good. That's Ethan Dodd's first points of the night, and it's back to a 1-point game. Good one here in Irma tonight for the Ulmer's Appliance Service game of the night. Mike Frankel, Matt Ulmer with you. Angelov. Dribbling. Over to Jackson. Circles to the top of the key. Still with the dribble in the left hand. Crossover, he'll reset. Check there by Cochran. Moore, almost stolen. Moore able to get it back. Back to Jackson. Good defense here from EHT. Angelov. Spinning. Over to Durham. Back to Jackson. Durham, left wing. Angelov back up top. Another long possession here from the Caper Tigers. Angelov is guarded closely by Mike Dodd. Here he goes. Angelov, stutter step, backs it out. 4:30 to go in the fourth. Angelov still with the dribble. Foul line jumper. Rolls off. And we have a foul going against EHT. And that will send Lower Cape May to the free throw line. It'll be Jackson shooting a 1-and-1. Some subs in here for both teams. Sweeney with those 4 fouls back into the game for EHT. Silver Eagles have been able to chip away without him. Looks like Galt also back for Lower Cape May. So 1-and-1 here for Jackson. First shot, nothing but net. Jackson with a strong floor game tonight. 9 points. He's been doing most of the ball handling for the Capers. Second shot is also good. So Jackson double digits. 46-43. EHT with the ball down 3. Walsh over to Mike Dodd. 3 on the way, deep one. Back iron, rebound comes down to Lower. That's Jackson. Full court pressure here from EHT. Angelov across the division line. Circles back. Halfway through the fourth. Lower Cape May on top by 3. Pat Moore holds. Now dribbles. Over to Galt. Player on the floor for EHT, but the Silver Eagles able to recover. Now Jackson to reset. Another deliberate possession here from the Caper Tigers. Here's Pat Moore. Just 3 points tonight for the senior. He drives, dishes. Lugo thought about a 3. Now he drives, loses it, and he traveled. So a double dribble called there against Isaiah Lugo. Turnover, Lower Cape May. So EHT again can tie with a 3 here. Good action tonight in this Cape Atlantic League crossover game, Ulmer's Appliance Service game of the night. Here's Walsh to Ethan Dodd. Sweeney open in the paint. And if that's offensive, that's it. And it is offensive. And Jordan Sweeney's done for the night. So a frustrating night for the senior, the Rutgers baseball commit, Jordan Sweeney. He was efficient early on, but he fouls out with 8 points. Barely got to play in the second half. He had just checked back into the game, and an offensive foul puts him on the bench for the rest of the night. So EHT, if they come back, will have to do it without Jordan Sweeney. Angela finally gets across to Galt. Tipped away. And looks like we have a foul called. We'll see who this one goes against. Goes against Galt. Just the 3rd team foul for Lower Cape May. So EHT, another chance to pull within 1 or tie here. Down by 3. It's been a very low scoring second half for Lower. Dodd trips and a travel. Bell beside himself again as he's pulled back by one of his assistant coaches, Phil Strauss there. So Lower with the basketball, holding 3. 2:45 to go in the 4th. Angelov across the division line. Guarded by German. Angelov drives, gets German in the air. Back out to Jackson. Ronnie Jackson on the dribble. Over to Pat Moore. Spins. Back to Jackson. Holden wants to run some clock here. Almost a 5-second call, but Scott Holden able to call the timeout before the 5-second violation was called. So a 30-second timeout here, 2:12 to go. Lower Cape May on top, 46-43. So here we go. Angelov with the ball for Lower Cape May. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the 4th. The Capers have a 3-point advantage. EHT pleading for a 5-second call. The officials, though, have a foul call against EHT. And that will send the sharpshooting Angelov to the line for a 1-and-1. 9th team foul in EHT. So Lower Cape May will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. Angelov, 21 points tonight. This is a 1-and-1. First one's good. Almost automatic from Martin Angelov at the free throw line. Second one is good. And the lead is back up to 5. Here comes EHT. Under 2 to go. Muhammad. Dodd from the corner. That's Ethan Dodd. Battle for the rebound. And it'll stay with EHT. Pat Moore got a hand on it. He came down out of bounds, though. German to trigger this play for the Eagles. Looking for Mike Dodd. He's able to grab it. Dodd, foul line jumper. Too strong. EHT comes down with it. And that's a traveling violation. Raheem Muhammad grabbed the offensive rebound, but he walked. 1:41 to go. Lower Cape May with the lead in the ball. Here's Angelov. Guarded closely by German. Across the timeline. And that's a foul. EHT still looking for that 5-second call. You don't get that in the backcourt, though. And just too close on the defense there from German. So, Angelov back to the line where he has been outstanding there tonight. Outstanding all the way around. This will be a 2-shot foul. Double bonus. First one's good. The sophomore, Martin Angelov, 24 points to lead the charge tonight. Second shot is good. So Angelov has 25, and the lead is back up to 7. EHT needs a bucket here. Ethan Dodd up top to Muhammad. Mike Dodd. And a timeout. Cameron Bell wants to talk things over. His team all of a sudden down by 7. Lower on top, 50-43. So out of the timeout, EHT basketball. Eagles down by 7, 1:20 to go. It was all Lower Cape May in the first half. 12-point lead at the break. EHT battling back in the third. Closed within 1 a few times here in the second half. Never able to take the lead, and now EHT down by 7. Here's Muhammad. Skip to Walsh. Walsh's 3. Bank rolls out. Awkward landing for multiple players down there. Walsh is still down. But when the dust settles, it'll be Lower Cape May basketball. So now EHT will try to trap. Might need to foul soon too. 1:08 to go. Moore gets it in. Back to Angelov. Triple teamed in the backcourt. Over to Moore. Gets it across to Jackson. Drives, hangs, scoops it in. What a finish there from Ronnie Jackson. Foul against Lower Cape May. The Caper Tigers have plenty of fouls to give. In fact, that might be a strategy here. Just the 4th team foul against the Capers, so they can certainly be aggressive here and not worry about sending EHT to the free throw line. Back to a 9-point game. Here's Mike Dodd. And it looks like that will be the strategy here, as he's fouled by Pat Moore. Smart play here from Lower Cape May with those fouls to give. Just the 5th team foul. That is 4, though, on Moore, so he has to be careful. Ethan Dodd looking for a man. Muhammad. And a foul on Angelov. So that'll be it for the fouls here. The next one will send EHT to 1-1. 3rd on Angelov. 45.9 to go. Here's Walsh. Stolen away. That was Lugo with his face. And now we have a foul going against Walsh. So Isaiah Lugo comes up with the steal there. And that'll be more free throws for Lower Cape May as the Caper Tigers look to put the finishing touches on this Cal crossover win here. Lugo walks the floor. He'll get 2. He's in the starting lineup tonight. 2 points on the night. First one no good. Should be a 2-shot foul. No one in the gym realizes it. Now they do. Scott Holden was all over that one, as the EHT was ready to take off the other way. Now the officials want to talk about it. But it's definitely the double bonus here for Lower Cape May. Not sure what there is to talk about. Yep, second shot coming for Lugo. Second one way off, so an empty trip there. And a timeout as Cameron Bell wants to try and set something up. Desperation time here for EHT. 52-43, 37 seconds and change left in the ballgame. Lower Cape May on top. All right, coming out of the timeout, EHT with the ball, and the Silver Eagles have to hurry. Mike Dodd picks up his dribble. Over to Muhammad. To Walsh. Corner three is off the mark. Tip for the rebound. Here comes Lugo. Isaiah Lugo will lay it in, and that should do it. EHT back the other way. Dodd with a three, blocked. Lugo, another rebound. Over to Angelov. And one more foul committed there by EHT. We'll send Angelov to the free throw line to try and increase his total. Yeah, it should be 54-43. I don't think. Yep, there we go. Points late to be put on the board, but it is an 11-point game. Angelov hits the first. And an impressive victory here tonight from Lower Cape May. They were in control most of the night. Saw EHT climb right back into it multiple times, but the Caper is able to hold off the Eagles on their home floor. Dodd's long three is no good, and that is how this one will come to an end. So your final score, Lower Cape May 56, Egg Harbor Township 43. So final scoring totals, Martin Angelov with a monster night, 27 points for the super sophomore to lead all scorers. Ronnie Jackson with 12 for Lower Cape May. Tom Galt with 6. Pat Moore with 3. Dave Durham with 2. Isaiah Lugo with 4. And Jordan Pierce with 2. For Egg Harbor Township, Michael Dodd, leading the way with 16. Voice finally giving out as the game comes to an end. Good timing. Isaiah Walsh with 12. Jordan Sweeney with 8, but in foul trouble for much of the night. He fouled out in the fourth. Raheem Muhammad with 4, and Ethan Dodd with 3. So with the win, Lower Cape May now 8-1 on the season. Egg Harbor Township drops to 6-5. That'll do it tonight for the Ulmer's Appliance Service Game of the Night. Thanks to Matt Ulmer, as always, for the live streaming. I'm Mike Frankel saying so long from Irma.